This afternoon, I am pleased to present to you Dr. Loftus, Beverly Greenberg. Beverly, will you please come forward? Dr. Loftus, it is my honor to present to you Beverly Greenberg, who has demonstrated through her lifetime of commitment and achievements in the communications and healthcare industries, as well as higher education, and particularly at Cardinal Stritch University. Among her important contributions, she has spent over 40 years dedicating herself to improving the community in areas of corporate social responsibility, team building, strategic planning, development, marketing, public relations, and education. Before serving Cardinal Stritch University as executive in residence, Beverly has had an impressive career as a business executive and civic leader. She has had a 20-year tenure at Time Warner Cable as Regional Vice President of Public Affairs and Local Production. She created a national drug abuse prevention program entitled Hang Tough, which she won an Emmy Award. She has also launched the country's first on-demand channels. She has been recognized as a turnaround leader for public corporate images and being an exemplary spokesperson and fundraiser. She has chaired multiple high-profile boards in Milwaukee, including Aurora Healthcare, where she served as chairperson, and she became the first president of the Aurora Healthcare Foundation, where she secured the largest multi-million-dollar donation in its history. Beverly has served on dozens of boards, including the Greater Milwaukee Committee, United Way, Summerfest, and serves as board chair of the Marcus Center for the Performing Arts, the Economic Forum, and Tempo, and she has served on dozens more. Throughout her career, she has received local and national honors, including the Cable Industry Vanguard Award, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund Community Service Award, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Amiga Award, and the Business Journal's Woman of Influence Award, as well as the Emmy that I mentioned for Outstanding Achievement for Children's Programming. In sum, Beverly Greenberg epitomizes what we teach in the College of Business Management: socially responsible business leadership that has measurable impacts on achieving results and advancing the greater good of the community. Dr. Loftus, Beverly Greenberg has earned the esteem of academic and professional colleagues, which rises to the high level of achievement, and she has earned the elevated recognition of the university. I recommend to you that she be awarded the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters at Cardinal Stritch University.
By the authority vested in the Board of Trustees and delegated to me, I confer on Beverly Greenberg the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you. I think I will be saying thank you for the rest of my life. Thank you to the members of the Corporation of Cardinal Stritch University, Sisters of St. Francis of Assisi, former President and Chancellor Sister Camille Claiborne, Sister and former President Mary Lee Schneider, the Board of Trustees, the President of the University, Dr. James Loftus, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Jeffrey Sinise, the esteemed faculty and staff, and to you, the extraordinary graduates of 2015. I am here as a teacher and a friend, and I look out at you and think about how much many of you have taught me. I look out at all of you, and I am humbled. I am impressed. I am above all proud of what you gave this university, proud of what you have accomplished, proud of who you are, and proud of who you will become. 4 years ago or so, you looked at yourselves, at where you were, at your future. You actively sought to change something, to learn more, to improve, to discover, to explore. You came here with one goal in mind, and today you've achieved it. For that alone, I say you deserve congratulations. But there are others here who deserve congratulations too. There are a lot of people here today who believed in you. I think this is a good time to recognize them. The parents who raised you to succeed in ways you never thought possible. The wives and husbands and partners and boyfriends and girlfriends who supported you always, even as you stayed up all night studying, even as you skipped dinners and forgot anniversaries. The sons and daughters whose smiles got you through finals. The professors who made you believe in the power of learning, that this day was worth working for. The friends who knew you were having an especially tough time with that term paper and took you to the Three Lions pub for a drink or 5. Please take this moment to thank them all. Give them a round of applause. Now, let me ask you for a show of hands. How many of you are excited for what comes next? Let me see a show of hands. Good, almost all of you. Well, that's good. Today I'm going to ask you to keep them there. No, not literally, you can put them down, but in a sense, I ask that you always have your hands in the air. And remember that feeling that you have today. It will be your fuel to move you forward. Many of you have asked how I got to where I am. People want to know about paths taken, hurdles jumped, and battles won. They want to know what I did that I recommend they do to get where they want to go. And to that, I say, I raise my hand. It started all the way back in 6th grade. We were told that we should write a speech about what we wanted to be. The 3 best papers would be selected, and then we would deliver the speech to all the parents and families at 6th grade graduation. Being competitive and a typical goody two-shoes, I quickly prepared my speech with a great deal of confidence that I would be chosen to speak. I submitted my entry to the teacher all about how I wanted to become an actress. The very next day, my teacher called me into her office after school and she said, "Bev, wouldn't you like to speak at graduation in front of all the parents?" And I said, "Yes," thinking that I had gotten it. Instead, she said, "Well then, please do not write about becoming an actress. Select something better." Feeling totally crushed, I went home and wrote about becoming a teacher. I was selected and did speak at 6th grade graduation. It was a huge moment of pride for me, and not only that, but as you might know, I went on to become a teacher. And it started me on a lifetime of raising my hand. My desire to become a world-famous actress has pretty much faded. Pretty much. But another story came to light when I became a high school teacher. The principal approached a group of his faculty in the teacher's lounge and asked for a volunteer. So what did I do? I raised my hand. He asked if I would start a forensics team at the high school. And within a year, I grew the forensics team from 0 participants to 180. And the best result was that I watched these students who weren't much younger than me at the time develop confidence in speaking before my eyes. I watched how thrilled they were to compete against other students and ultimately win state tournaments. So the idea or concept of helping others using my skills to assist them in reaching their potential was something I began to like a lot. Raising my hand, stepping up and giving it a shot, giving it my best shot, was ever present in my life. In fact, the Franciscan value of caring for community has fueled my existence. The Franciscan value of giving to those who are in need is ever present. Volunteerism, the purest form of hand-raising, remains a big part of my life. Several years ago, as a board member of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I received a call one day asking me if I could help an 11-year-old girl with a brain tumor the size of a golf ball. Her diagnosis was grim and timing was important. Her wish was to be on TV. She wanted to be an actress someday, taking the spot perhaps that I had vacated many years before. I met her, and this 11-year-old had a smile and determination to be an actress that I had never before seen. She was captivating. So I thought, I work for Time Warner, an entertainment company. I can call New York and get her on a TV show. It turned out to be a little bit more of a challenge than I had thought, but perseverance, passion for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and compassion for Melinda finally got me a yes. Time Warner would fly Melinda and her family to LA, where she would have a cameo role on the sitcom Sisters. Melinda and her family flew to LA in December, and she not only had a walk-on part, but she had lunch with all the stars. Back home in January, Melinda went on to one more in her seemingly endless string of doctor's appointments. Turns out, this one was different. Her tumor had miraculously shrunk, and she was in remission. There is a great power in determination, passion, perseverance. I was a volunteer. I raised my hand. I asked my company to use its resources to help an 11-year-old girl who might not live to see 12. An 11-year-old girl, by the way, who went on to get married, have a family, and become an actress in Boston Community Theater. Too often, we underestimate the power of a smile, a touch, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Volunteerism was just a fact of life in my family. I grew up in a middle-class, hard-working home where my parents were acutely aware of how blessed we were and how the world wasn't all like our home, and how important it was that if we had 2 pennies, we shared at least one with those who had none. I've carried this lesson with me always. In college, my then boyfriend and today husband and I volunteered for a Head Start program in the Cabrini Green housing projects of Chicago. Seeing smiles on the faces of children in the late 60s as we brought them food, clothing, and most importantly, hope, made my heart happy. And I remembered that my father often said, remember to walk humbly with princes and paupers, respecting all and treating everyone equally. In my home, diversity was valued as we were taught to see the beauty and strength in individual differences. Look around you. You come from different places. Cardinal Stritch University is home to a beautiful tapestry of students. You each have a different story to tell, where you came from, a different story to write about where you're going. Some of you grew up knowing you would always go to college, in a family with walls papered with college degrees. And some of you, as we heard today, are about to become the first in your families to graduate from college. Some of you aren't old enough to drink, and some of you might remember what it was like to experience the fall of the Berlin Wall. Some of you are single parents, and some of you became parents while you were here and still made it to today. Right, Natalie? Right, Nazarene? Some of you are trained to be nurses, some of you teachers, some of you engineers, artists, scientists, businesswomen. Maybe you want to run your own company. Maybe you want to run for office. Maybe you want to run straight to the Three Lions pub and figure out what you want to do next. That's all fine. All of those different approaches are okay because in the end, all of those differences come to create a personal history of this group of people. A history you forged in the years before you got here, in the years you have been on the beautiful campus of Cardinal Stritch, in your classrooms, a history you created together that will help shape the future you will build on your own. Cardinal Stritch has given you the gift of education and has believed its mantra. Our mission is to help you find yours. An amazing history is behind you, a bright future in front of you because of the incredible people around you. People like Kati, who was born in Venezuela, where her dad was murdered, rebelling against the oppressive regime, and then fled to Miami with her mom and brother, which was a struggle. Kati then raised her hand and said, I can do this. I can make this better. She took her brother north to Milwaukee with her, where she became fluent in 3 languages, is a star on the tennis team, and is graduating today. All while being the first person to live in Venezuela and Miami to successfully survive multiple Wisconsin winters. Bravo to her mom, Elizabeth Arias, who is here with us today. Israeli Christian Arab. He doesn't blend in well because he is 6'8", but he's always part of the team, always raising his hand, playing on the basketball team, working at the International Institute to help immigrants get resettled. His family came in from Nazareth, Israel, to see him walk across this stage. Or people like Kim. Kim's daughter was seriously ill. She underwent a ton of testing. She had a surgery, and the whole time, Kim kept focused on family and her studies, never missing a beat, with every possible reason to quit at her disposal. She raised her hand and said, no, I can do this all. I will do this. And she is here today, ready to grab that diploma. All of you have your own story. All of you came here from different places, but leave the same stage. All of you will make your own unique contribution, and I, for one, can't wait to see what kind of future you will build. Today, I am blessed with daily reminders of our bright future. When I see my 4 grandchildren, Sadie, Shelley, Jack, and Justin. Jack and Justin are here today, and the future you are building is theirs. I need to know that they will live in a world of innovation and creativity, of hope and love, of beauty and community. And I have every faith that the world you build for them will be made of all those things. What you do affects me, affects them, and affects all of us. Because none of us works or lives in a vacuum. Everything we do has a profound impact on many, many others. We all need to be continually mindful that through our acts, we can make our community better. We can care in so many ways, big and small. Picking up a scrap of paper from the ground and throwing it away makes our world better. Helping a child with a science project makes our world better, and inventing a cure for cancer makes our world better. There's always room in whatever you do to make the world better for those you share it with. Mother Teresa once said, "At the end of life, we will not be judged by how many diplomas we have," although I'm here to tell you that they really help. How much money we have, how many great things we have done. We will be judged by, I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was naked and you clothed me. I was homeless and you took me in. So whatever you do, wherever you go, make sure that what you do does not become more important than how you do it. Make sure that your beliefs and your values and the special dignity you gained from your years at Cardinal Stritch University guide you always. Receiving this honorary doctorate from Cardinal Stritch is truly the greatest honor of my life. Education was enormously treasured in my home, and so to someone who grew up as a first generation to go to college, this honorary doctorate means everything. I am as proud to receive this as you should be to receive what you are about to receive, but I'm even prouder of what you will do once you walk off this stage. That beautiful piece of paper you'll carry with you shows that you have done something incredible, but it also shows that what you can do is even better. I leave you with the following bits of information and advice. If someone says you're carrying too much, be loving enough to carry even more. If someone says that's too risky, be humble but bold enough to give it a shot, your best shot. And if someone says, no one can do this, it's impossible, there's no way, it's only a dream, smile to yourself, stand up proudly, and raise your hand as high as it can go. Because you, yes you, Cardinal Stritch class of 2015, you can do this. Be proud and know that you can do even more. Walk across the stage with your heads held high and your hands up even higher. Congratulations to you all, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Greenberg, for those inspiring words. So be a pathfinder and raise your hand. I'll take those speeches and boil them down into those 2 words. They're great messages.